Most people need to be able to sit in what we call a Restorative Justice conference. It's a meeting and it's well prepared. So I would have come to you and said, would you like to meet with the burglar? And this is what we'll do. It would be safe for you to, you know, it's okay to be angry with this person, but you can tell that person how angry you are. Just imagine most people who have been victims of crime never ever get the opportunity to sit down and engage in positive dialogue with the person who's harmed them. I'm Peter Wolf. I was a career criminal. However, this was to change when I took part in a Restorative Justice conference. For the last 12 years now, I've been working with victims to facilitate the face-to-face meeting of victim and offender. This, I think, over the years, has helped many victims come to terms with the crime that's been committed against them.
You can actually move forward, and actually that helps with the fact that you're not fearful sort of walking down the road.
That worry about someone coming in or opening that front door and has it happened again, it's not there anymore.
It has a unique benefit to a victim.
It was completely shattered, or a massive hole at the bottom here, and shattered, you know, almost like snowflakes at the front. And I think what had happened was then he then put his hand through and was able to unlock the door. At the beginning of the conference, he started to explain himself and explain why he'd done what he'd done. And I think it was the point when we were then able to start to talk and to talk to him about how it was to walk into the house and to find the mess, how it was that it made it us all feel, how it made my children feel and my daughter not sleeping. And you could see, a bit like what you just said, that penny dropping.
What was it like for you when he said sorry?
I believed him when he said sorry. Before he talked about what his life had been like and about what it had made him feel like in those months leading up to our burglary, and how he was really grappling with the whole thing about his lifestyle and not wanting to do it anymore. And he talked about the impact of the locket that he took and opening it and seeing a picture of my grandparents and how that made him feel, and the emotion there, you could see the emotion there and the impact of what he's doing on him, and I really believed he was sorry.
Why should you feel guilty? Why should you feel guilty from somebody else's selfish act? That's all it was. I felt guilty because I couldn't protect my house. I felt guilty.
I walked into that room and metaphorically you said, I'm glad you're here because you've really caused me a lot of pain. So now you're here, sit down, we'll share the pain. We're going to share the pain now. And that's what happened. And it was like, and it opened my mind.
I wanted to stop you and get you to think and get myself to think. And I uncontrollably, just sort of like a hydrant of emotion, just poured out what the effect of you breaking into my house was, which I had no idea. And I could finally put it to words. And it had an immense effect on you, and it had an immense effect on me.
I went outside, had a look at my van. It's just like a brand new van, 2 months old, you know, just started paying for it. And it's got 2 great big broken windows, and then all hell broke loose. And I remember feeling something like a bit of pain around my neck.
That's a bad start. How did they do that?
From what the evidence showed was that they broke bottles and tapped me with it.
Right.
Why did they do that to me? You know, the question why me came into my head so many times. But I think the fear side of it had gone. I just wanted to get it done by then because I'd had enough, if that makes sense. Because I wanted to close the door and move forward.
Like the tensions must have been sky high for everyone. It must have been scary. I know for me, when I went through it, I nearly pulled out because I was so scared.
If that person has any sort of, I don't know, feelings themselves, then that will hit them hard.
Has it worked for you?
The more you talk about it, the more you heal. I think restorative justice starts you off with the healing process.